Welcome to domestic news update on Topako News. The headlines: CBN SEC approves FCMB'S N147 billion rights offer. Saudi Arabia explores investments in Nigeria's infrastructure. NIMET warns of nationwide dust haze. TELCOS threatens shutdown over tariff review. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Securities and Exchange Commission have approved FCMB's Group N147 billion rights offer, a major step in its capital raising efforts. The offer, which was oversubscribed by 33%, attracted 42,800 investors, including 39,000 new shareholders who leveraged digital channels. Over 19 billion shares were issued at 7 naira 30 kobo per share, raising FCMB's capital base to over 240 billion naira, surpassing the national banking license requirements. Group CEO Ladi Balogun expressed gratitude to regulators and investors, highlighting the confidence in FCMB's growth strategy. Shareholders recently approved a plan to raise an additional 340 billion naira by 2025, signaling a strong future for the bank. Still on business, the Saudi Arabian government is exploring investments in Nigeria's infrastructure sector following a high-level visit by a Nigerian delegator led by Finance Minister Wale Edun. Talks with the Saudi Development Fund and Saudi Agricultural and Livestock Investment Company focused on food security, job creation, and economical development. Discussions also included Saudi Export Bank on expanding export credit and trade opportunities. The visit strengthened ties across key stakeholders like finance, energy, and planning, with both nations committed to fostering economic growth through strategic collaboration. Moving on to weather, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has forecast dust haze across Nigeria from Monday to Wednesday. Northern and central region will experience thick to moderate dust haze, with visibility between 1 to 5 kilometers, while southern areas may see early morning mists or fog, followed by moderate dust haze. NIMET warns that dusty atmosphere could pose risks to those with respiratory conditions and advise the public to take precautions. Airline operators are encouraged to consult NIMET for accurate weather reports. In technology, telecom operators in Nigeria, under the Association of Licensed Telecommunication Operators of Nigeria, have warned that they might shut down services in some areas by next year if Nigerian Communications Commission does not review their tariff to reflect current economical realities. Alton Chairman Engineer Benga Adebayo highlighted the risk of service outage, which could disconnect millions and disrupt critical sectors like security, healthcare, and commerce. The group emphasized that urgent reforms are needed to sustain the telecom industry and prevent significant economical fallout. You're watching the domestic update on Topako News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. Now moving to international relations, President Bola TINUBU has expressed heartfelt condolence to the United States on the passing of former President Jimmy Carter at 100. TINUBU described Carter as a global statesman whose post-presidential efforts in peace, democracy, and disease eradication left an enduring legacy. He fondly recalled Carter's contribution to Nigeria, including combating Guinea worm and river blindness through the Carter Center. TINUBU highlighted Carter's historical visit to Nigeria in 1978, which strengthened US-Africa relations, and praised his compassion and dedication to humanity. Moving on to health, Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital in Zaria will begin kidney transplant surgeries in 2025 to help patients with kidney failure and reduce the need for medical tourism. According to the hospital's Chief Medical Director, Professor Ahmed Umagas, the Urology Center of Excellence, set to open by the first quarter of 2025, will provide advanced urology services. Most of the necessary equipment and trained staff are already in place, with only a few infrastructure upgrades remaining before the surgery program begins. On entertainment, controversial social critic VERYDARKMAN has announced the recovery of 78 million naira from the 180 million naira allegedly stolen from his NGO's account. After raising the alarm about the hack on Instagram, which initially sparked doubt, he provided an update thanking supporters and sharing progress on the investigation. He mentioned that the suspect had fled to Ghana and further steps will be taken to track them down. Now shifting focus to sports, ENYIMBA FC, a top team in the Nigerian Professional Football League, has dismissed head coach YEMI OLANREWAJU following a 9-match winless streak, including poor performances in the CAF Confederation Cup. The 32-year-old coach, appointed 7 months ago, struggled to deliver results, leaving the club in the 11th position on the league table. ENYIMBA thanked YEMI for his efforts and wished him well. His dismissal follows a disappointing draw against Plateau United, signaling the club's intent to reverse its fortunes. That concludes our domestic news update for today. Stay tuned for more domestic news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Blessing Basu. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.